a Studio 7 regular, Mr. Greg Selinger, with his piece, Red Light.
So I was in Brussels on May 29th trying to get a job with a contemporary dance company by the name of Ultima Bez. And I was living pretty frugally while there, staying at a youth hostel, and was having all these crazy problems trying to get my cell phone to work. For some reason, I couldn't check my messages or call anybody. Everyone I talked to kept saying that I needed to dial 001 and then the area code, or 01 and the area code. And finally I just gave up and I just went to a call center around the corner from where I was sitting. And finally managed to check my messages, but couldn't reach my parents. And walking back to the youth hostel after, I saw a black cat on the side of the street. It was surrounded by flies, and it was definitely dead. And I took out my camera and started filming. And put away my camera, kept walking, and saw something I couldn't quite make sense of a block or two later. I saw this fat woman standing in the windowsill, flaunting her body in lingerie. And these two guys walked up to the window, and one of them said, "Combien?" And he said, "C'est trop." And he turns and starts laughing. And as I started to understand where I was, I thought these guys are douchebags. I should include them in what I'm filming. I had this idea in mind that I'd basically make this kind of documentary, kind of an exciting thing that maybe I could at some point include. Sorry, Michael, I'm silly. And put away my camera once I got a little shot of them. I could show it, but it's not really necessary. And all of a sudden, one of them said something to me, and I wasn't sure what it was. So I said, "Quoi?" He said, "Du coke." And I said, "No, merci." I kept on walking, and one of them said, "Hey, viens ici." But I just started walking a little bit faster. Faster behind me. So I just started running. And after turning a couple corners and dodging as far away from them as I possibly could, I'm pretty sure I'd gotten far enough away from them. So I started to slow down, and all of a sudden, on the other side of the street, I could see one of them running past me. So I shouted out, "Hey!" And I turned around and saw another one get in my way to block my path. So I just couldn't make sense of what was going on in the street that I was on. It was under construction. There were cars just parked right in the middle of the street. It just didn't make any sense at all. So I reached past one of the cars and started running towards the way out, which was being blocked by one of the guys. And My bag was heavy, but still somehow I managed to get by him. And he jumped and I felt something hit the side of my chest, and I let out a strange guttural sound after he kicked me. It was kind of like I stumbled into the sidewalk and hit my foot. But I kept running.
Wow, that was fast. Oh my god.
It was gone.
Oh my god.
Well played.
Even though, as usual, I'm not quite sure where this is going, there are at least 2 or 3 possibilities. There are at least 2 or 3 different things that I've been trying to figure out about the situation, because as soon as I was gone, everywhere I went, I couldn't feel comfortable looking at anyone that I would pass by. I was afraid that any one of them might have been with them, which of course was completely irrational. But I mean, how rational is it for 2 guys that you don't even know to chase after you, for one of them to kick you? And it wasn't even really much of a kick. It was like he was trying to block me from getting past. It was like a fouette or something. If he really wanted to kick me, he could have definitely knocked me down, but I wondered why I didn't just take his leg and just throw him onto, and of course that probably wouldn't have made him a better person. I don't know, maybe and then telling people about it, of course, they were thinking, oh, you shouldn't have been walking around with your camera. I hope that'll teach you a lesson, which is completely backwards thinking. I mean, May 29th, it was also the same day the Montrealers were protesting the stupid words of a Toronto constable who made a speech to a university class with his opinion on how people can avoid becoming victims, which all just seems completely misguided. It seems like the protesters were misguided. It seems like, I mean, it's obvious that the officer is completely idiotic, but I don't know. Thank you, guys.
He's gonna be over there. No, he's gonna be over there. No, he's over there.
Did you film that? Remember when it was free? Great.
No, he's still there. I always forget this part. I always feel like I'm talking.
It's okay. You are eggs still my bad. Great job, Greg. I was thinking, like, a lot of us have seen quite a bit of your work, and we know that you do use speech a lot in your dance. And I was wondering if you talk a bit about, like, how that is to sort of divide your energy between the dancing that is really physical and speaking, and like Britney Spears. Well, like Britney Spears. Spears dances and sings at the same time. But I read recently like she doesn't sing, and I thought maybe there was a reason she does, but I meant more like the attention and you're sort of being towards it one. No, seriously though, yeah. Like,
I don't know a lot about the Spears process. Yeah, here. I don't know a lot about Miss Spears' process. I'm sure that in her own way, like whatever we think of her artistic abilities, I'm sure that she does work very much in her own way to do what it is that she does. I'm often a little schizophrenic in my process as well as my performance for this. I did a lot of writing, a lot of recording that I didn't end up using. I went through footage which I intended to use, but I thought that including video and live speech would be too much to improvise with, to try to interact with, and the recorded stuff, I don't know, I felt that it would be less sincere than actually just speaking, so I don't know, the past maybe, I've been working on it almost non-stop for the past 24 hours or so, but then an hour or two that I've been actually trying to move and talk. So basically it's a lot of research and trying things that I want to work but doesn't seem to work, and then going with something that still doesn't seem to work either, and just kind of hoping that when I get on stage it'll work better than it did 15 minutes ago and so you know now.
no, I think you did well. I was like really impressed with the overlap. Yeah.
I feel pretty good about how it came out in real life.
Oh, happy.